Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 322 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. How can we begin to transform our culture? That's a tall order. But I'm going to start with facing our actual history. That would be a step in the right direction. If your election were guaranteed, would you run for public office? If so, which, and if not, why not? Well, if it were guaranteed, it would be a fixed election. But if some strange, I got a wish, I could be elected anything, hell, why not? Go for president. Really piss them off. Is government run by a few big interests or mostly for the benefit of all people? It's run by billionaires. 400 people. Essentially, 400 people control the elections in the United States of America because they're the ones with all the goddamn money. If you were the president of the United States and could change one thing, what would it be? You could go esoteric and say, racism. That's a multi-pronged thing. But one direct thing, and if I could change one thing and I realize that the executive branch doesn't make law, but you're just going to say this is wish fulfillment, we're going to go with universal health care. Do elected officials care more about being reelected than doing what is right? Yes. Their goal is to be reelected, to maintain the power, which is why I believe in term limits and that they can only begin to campaign 4 months before the actual day of the election itself. Do you believe America is respected? Hell no, and not respected by me. What do you do about issues that bother you? I talk about them, and I try to vote for politicians that I hope that will actually change them. It's a faint hope. Who should be overseeing the soundness of financial institutions? Well, not the institutions themselves. An organization that has no connection to those institutions, that does not hire people that used to work for those institutions, and will not be able to hire the elected officials on as lobbyists after they leave office. Okay, so you're going to have outsiders in charge of them who have degrees in the appropriate specialty to make those decisions wisely. So completely not like how we do it now. What revision of the welfare system would you make? I would eliminate corporate welfare. There you go. And take all the money that currently goes to corporate welfare and put it into the actual social safety net system to benefit people. I would expand it greatly, making sure that every person has what they need to get by. Corporate welfare is the problem, not the type of welfare being acquired by poor folks. And lastly, for episode 322, should women murderers face the same kinds of punishment as men? Well, interesting. We prosecute women differently than men when it comes to murder. Men that murder their spouses get the different kinds of sentences than women that murder their spouses. Even if the women kill them because they were being abused. It's often not couched as self-defense. It's viewed as murder. So I would like to see those sentences to be the same. It'd be nice. But we have to take a step back and realize that we're not treating the women or the men equally from the get-go. Men get away with abusing women far more than women get away with abusing men in America. Because the people in charge of the system are men. So, yeah. So let's step back and go back as far as we have to go solve the problem of gendered inequality, and then we can come up to that question and start applying things equitably. But we have to deal with all of the back steps before we can get to that one. So thank you for being here for episode 322 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope that you will be here for episode 323.